choose this shop. I was going to choose Cos, but all the girls are not nice. And my mom convinced me to choose this shop. She said that I'd like it more than I like Cos.
What made you choose this shop? Well, that's awfully simple in the fact is that I've always been artistic in a sense, and I wanted to branch out on that aspect. I never really got an opportunity to really work with it in school.
So, my name is Nikki Taylor, and I'm in 11th grade. So I'm in graphic arts, and I chose this shop because I really liked it. For some reason, when I first walked in here, I was like, this is kind of boring.
Lots of it. Lots of work. Sometimes I take guys' heads and put them on girls' bodies.
With graphics, in this shop, I'm allowed to branch out, experience the uses about Photoshop, Illustrator, design, all of that.
But when I looked at like the printing press and what they did on the computer, I thought it was really interesting.
I do work in the yearbook, I take photographs, I do pre-designated work by Tucker, all of that.
I learned about Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and I discovered that I was really good at it.
And with a camera, you can just take pictures of anything and have fun.
I'm allowed to have fun with what I'm doing for these projects and really have the opportunity to express myself creatively. And that's a good feeling to have.
I liked it. It was like, it's really fun, especially since I love colors and designing and stuff. It's a pretty good shop for those kinds of things. I work with Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop, Flash. I work with the yearbook, design the pages, and I take pictures for them too. And the thing I like best is probably, it's either between the photography or the yearbook making process, because I love designing the pages and editing all the pictures, and I love taking pictures. It's just interesting, and I can do whatever I want with the pictures and just use my imagination to the fullest.
Taking pictures for the yearbook and doing the yearbook, and we have a lot of freedom.
Flash. And that's basically the animating software tool that a lot of professionals use in the field. And when I have the opportunity to use it, I hop on it because it's a good tool to learn how to use. And I always wanted to become an animator. That's really how I've seen it. And learn the aspects of design, the principles, the theology of it in this shop allows me to really define myself as a person in artistic sense. What interests me most about graphic arts is the aspects and the philosophy that is taught to us in this shop, really seeing things from a different perspective. To the untrained eye, a simple advertisement is just a compromising of photos and text to sell the advertisement. But when you really look at it, you start to see measurements and increments of how they put this together. That's how I normally see it. Right now, because I'm so used to this aspect of it, I don't look at advertisements anymore as advertisements. I always wonder what went into it, how many hours of work went into it, the concept, the process, really the creative work behind it. That's really what I'm more interested in now. And that's a keen eye from that.
Yep, I'm going to college. I'm gonna go to Delco for 2 years, and then Temple for 2 years. I want to work at a magazine like Vogue, work in Vogue, or Cosmo, or Marie Claire.
Where I plan to go after post-secondary education is very simple. I've always wanted to go in art college, but it also varies on my artistic ability. And I think that's really it. There are certain colleges I want to look at, like Cal Arts or maybe Rhode Island School of Design, maybe a couple in New York, like Pratt or SVA. But it's all dependent on what I know, and I believe Tucker's shop is giving me an advantage over everyone else in this sense. Sure, you learn how to draw, but then again, there's the application of the program, and these schools have to teach you how to use these programs, and there's a step above. So it's beneficial.
After I graduate here, I plan on going to college. Now, it's either going to be for culinary or graphics. Now, I know I can combine the two, but I definitely stick with the graphics because it's good. You learn a lot, and it's fun, and I like it. My dream job is to own a bakery, which doesn't really have anything to do with graphics, but it does at the same time. So yeah, I don't know. I like baking, and I like designing things on it, which does have something to do with graphics, and it's fun.
Tucker is the teacher for commercial arts at his school, and he's always put a different creative spin on working in his shops. Whenever he has his work assigned, he's always open towards questions being asked for him, and always hands-on, very intuitive of what needs to be learned. If you're struggling, you're falling behind, you don't understand the concept at all in this shop, he'll sit down with you and you go by step to teach you what you need to know, and then let you go off from there. And that's really how I started out.
So graphic arts in general is just, I don't know what interests me the most. I guess it's the colors and the way you can use your imagination and stuff. I just really, really like it. And I really don't know. It has a special place in my heart.